we want to mention some of the successes the Bureau has been seeing under your leadership, the president's leadership. 1 million fewer violent crimes in 2025 versus 24. 44,000 violent criminals arrested last year. A new international partnerships. They have been, created to combat drugs, child trafficking. A big new push to shut down the foreign-based scammers who are targeting Americans. What can you tell us about all those efforts?
Look, it starts with President Trump. He had the brilliant foresight to resource law enforcement and not defund us, and prioritize the mission set of crushing violent crime and defending the homeland. On the large-scale scam compound fraud that's happening in the cross-border regions on the other side of the world, President Trump, nearly after getting into office, signed an executive order that said this is how we're going to get after the scam compound frauds that are depriving Americans of billions and billions of dollars. So the FBI launched Operation Blackout, which we conducted with our partners across the world, including in Southeast Asia and the Middle East. And we took down 4 of the largest scam compounds in the world, and we freed thousands of traffic workers, Sean. We seized over $15 billion worth of fraud that was being deprived and stolen from American citizens, and we annihilated these compounds. The main goal is to disrupt, dismantle, and then fully annihilate them with our partners in Southeast Asia, like the Cambodians, the Thais, and the Indians. And we had the Royal Thai Police go in there and literally scuttle a compound. We also use technology with our private sector to suffocate the lifeline of these compounds and shut off 8,000 internet terminals. These are villages. They're not buildings and offices and a guy behind a desk. It requires a global effort, and that's what we did. And just last week, we completed this first ever Scam Center Summit with our partners in Southeast Asia. And on top of that, we're proactive with Operation Level Up. We have literally had 10,000 Americans saved. We saved their life savings and literally their lives because we proactively went to them and said, we think you're being scammed. They responded, and we saved over $500 million worth of life savings from being defrauded by Americans. President Trump's leading out of the fight on fraud all over the place.